Sony's PlayStation 2 is one of the highest selling consoles of all time, and with good reason. Some of the greatest games ever created were released for this amazing system. Welcome to MetalArcade.net, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 PlayStation 2 games. Number 10, Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Grand Theft Auto 3 was critically acclaimed when it was first released, and that acclaim was well deserved. Still, Rockstar Games managed to improve upon its formula with only 1 year of development. Vice City was a love letter to the 80s, with an incredible soundtrack, a vibrant recreation of Miami straight out of Scarface, and all of the mindless violence that gamers grew to love with Grand Theft Auto 3. Number 9, Metal Gear Solid 2. Konami's Metal Gear Solid 2 had a ton of hype behind it when it was released in 2001. Despite the now infamous bait and switch of the iconic series hero Solid Snake with the much derided new character of Raiden, Metal Gear Solid 2 vastly improved upon the previous game's graphics and gameplay, allowing players to shoot in first person, hang from ledges, hide bodies in lockers, shoot out lights for cover, and much more. The only things keeping this game from being higher on this list are its lame characters, boring setting, and needlessly complicated story. The game itself takes itself way too seriously, and the pretty boy Raiden simply can't hold a candle to the badass Solid Snake. At least not until he becomes an unkillable cyborg ninja in Metal Gear Solid 4. That said, even if we're taking gameplay alone into consideration, Metal Gear Solid 2 easily makes this list. Number 8, God of War. 2005's God of War saw the introduction of Kratos, an incredibly badass warrior who will stop at nothing to get vengeance against his father Zeus and all of Mount Olympus. This game had such fantastic combat that practically every hack and slash game since has ripped off its style. Not to mention it had some of the best visuals on the PlayStation 2, at least until God of War 2 released. Number 7, Kingdom Hearts. A lot of gamers were skeptical when Disney and Square Enix announced Kingdom Hearts in 2002. Cramming Final Fantasy characters into the silly cartoon world of Disney seemed like a hell of a stretch, and a lame attempt at a cash grab. But in practice, the two worlds merged better than anyone could have imagined. In this light-hearted action RPG, players took control of a new character named Sora as they explore the worlds of The Little Mermaid, Aladdin, Nightmare Before Christmas, Tarzan, and more. Kingdom Hearts was positively dripping with nostalgia, and its interesting gameplay mechanics and fun character interactions made for a memorable experience. Number 6, Gran Turismo 4. We've always loved the Gran Turismo series. Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec is a game I played for countless hours, but Gran Turismo 4 managed to improve upon it. Featuring more than 700 cars from 80 manufacturers in even multiple time periods, Gran Turismo 4 let you drive everything from 60s muscle cars to concept cars. Even the Ford Model T and motor carriage from 1886 are playable in this game. Now that's attention to detail. Number 5, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. With the runaway success of Grand Theft Auto 3 and GTA Vice City, gamers wondered how Rockstar would top it with San Andreas. Rockstar managed to capture the look and feel of early 90s South Central Los Angeles with an amazing soundtrack, explosive set pieces, and fun open world gameplay. There's just so much to do in San Andreas, and so much varied and entertaining gameplay, not to mention well-written dialogue and a strong story. Number 4, SSX. Far from a simulation game, SSX has some of the most arcadey gameplay ever seen in a snowboarding game. Busting out epic tricks while racing past your opponents and trying not to fly off the mountain has never been as fun as it is in this game and its sequel SSX Tricky. The controls in the SSX series are excellent, and so you only have yourself to blame if your buddies beat you in a race. Number 3, Final Fantasy X. There's just so much to love about Final Fantasy X. From the incredible graphics, to the interesting characters, to the memorable music and fluid battle system, in our eyes this is the closest thing to a perfect Final Fantasy game. The voice cast brought a ton of life to the characters, and the game's ending still pulls at our heartstrings. Final Fantasy X went on to sell 6.5 million copies worldwide, spawning a direct sequel which had never been done before with the series. Number 2, God of War 2. Considered by many to be the swan song of the PS2, God of War 2 manages to outdo the original, though just barely considering how good the original was. Featuring an improved combat system, epic boss battles, an engaging story, and quite possibly the best graphics that the PS2 has to offer, this is one game that every true gamer has to play if you can handle the massive amount of violence. Number 1, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Hideo Kojima's Metal Gear Solid 3 improved upon its predecessor in every possible way. The ridiculously convoluted story about the Patriots was mostly thrown away, in favor of a personal battle between the boss and her student Naked Snake. The way too serious melodrama of Metal Gear Solid 2 is replaced by goofy henchmen and lots of tongue-in-cheek references to 60s spy thrillers. The boring Big Shell base from Metal Gear Solid 2 is replaced by lush greenery, mountains, and rivers. Players had to hunt for food to eat, repair their own broken bones, and match their camouflage to the surrounding environment if they hoped to survive. Best of all, not only do you not have to play as Raiden, you get to beat him up and throw him in a locker. Do you agree with our list? Which PlayStation 2 games still have you dusting off the console to this day? For more top 10 lists like this one, be sure to subscribe to Metal Arcade and check out metalarcade.net.